Michigan won the national championship. Every Buckeye fan gets that. We understand that. We've accepted that. And we kind of moved on. At least most of us have. Not everybody on 11 Warriors has, but I know I have. But here's the thing. Michigan, although they won the national title, lost their head coach, lost their quarterback, and lost their superstar running back. And I still got Donovan Edwards. Edwards played admirably in the bowl game. In the national title game, I should say. He had 2 explosive runs. He had 104 yards rushing, averaged 17.3 yards a carry. Remarkable stat for him. He's not an every down back. I personally think he'll have a better NFL career than he will in college. That's just my opinion. You can debate me on that one if you want to. Here's the thing. Entering 2024, I believe I'm a little bit off in the numbers. I think it's either 20 players or 24 players have declared for the NFL draft for the Michigan Wolverines off their national title winning team. They're one of the oldest teams in college football. I believe Rutgers was the oldest, but Michigan was right up there with them because of COVID eligibility. It enabled them to have players for longer than most teams do. Now, that also aided Washington. Michael Penix is 24 years old. He wouldn't have been eligible without a COVID year of eligibility left at Washington as he transferred from Indiana. So it goes both ways, and that's not an excuse I'm using as to why Michigan won the national championship. They were clearly the best team in the country. They were elite. They were above the rest, and it's that simple. It's just clear. It's evident. They won the national title. What else can you say at this point? Looking ahead to 2024, however, problems arise. Will Sharon Moore be the head coach? It appears he will be, for 2 reasons, in my opinion. One, Jim Harbaugh gave his endorsement, and he was fighting for Sharon Moore to be the next head coach at University of Michigan, which would be an historic hire. The first ever black head coach at the University of Michigan. Ohio State has never had an African-American head coach. I'm sure that'll be coming in the future at some point for sure. Right now we've got Ryan Day, and we're very pleased. We're very happy with what he's doing at Ohio State. His 56-8 record as a Buckeye head coach is phenomenal. Coming off an 11-2 season, the Buckeyes reload, and they bring almost everybody back. The only starters leaving are Mike Hall, Marvin Harrison, and Kyle McCord. Okay, we bring back Travion Henderson, Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, both defensive ends, or edges as they're now called. Jack Sawyer, who had 3 sacks in the bowl game versus Missouri, the humiliating loss in the Cotton Bowl to the Mizzou Tigers. They bring back JTT, Tuiomalo. I can never say his name right now on video. I can say it in person, but I can't say it on video for whatever reason. That's why I call him JTT. That man is a monster back there, too, especially the game he had versus Penn State back in 2022. Hoping to replicate that in his senior season. Jack Sawyer and JTT returned, Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock. And we added players like Caleb Downs, who was a freshman All-American for Alabama, 107 tackles. Ohio State's going to reload. Michigan's going to rebuild. It's that simple. And I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm saying that just as a matter of fact, because that's the reality of the situation. Ohio State is making a run not only for the Big Ten championship, but a top 4 seed in the playoffs. This season, I expected it to be a very long offseason for Ohio State fans. Not only did Michigan, our arch rival, win the national title this year in Houston, but Ohio State lost in humiliating fashion to the Missouri Tigers in the Cotton Bowl, and they lost to Michigan for the 3rd straight year. 11 Warriors was a cesspool to read the comment sections. If you ventured over there, I'm sure Michigan fans did, for the Schadenfreude. I ventured over to MGO blog regularly and read the comments there. It's not much better, despite winning the national championship. A lot of lamenting and gnashing of teeth going on over there right now. Either way, that's derailing the point. The Wolverines are rebuilding. Ohio State is reloading. It's just what the Buckeyes do. Deal with it. Accept the fact that Ohio State will be the better team, and they will be the favored team. Michigan is staring down the barrel of a 3-loss season. They play the Texas Longhorns. They play Washington Huskies, again, in a rematch of the national championship. Both teams are depleted, though, however, so I don't even think it'll be a top 10 matchup by the time it comes around. They play the USC Trojans, and of course they play in Columbus versus the Ohio State Buckeyes in November to end the regular season for a spot most likely in the Big Ten championship game. However, win or lose that game, I don't think Michigan will represent the Big Ten in that conference championship game. I think it'll be Ohio State and Oregon, a rematch of their October 12th showdown in Eugene, Oregon. Dylan Gabriel leads the Oregon Ducks, and it's going to be a phenomenal matchup in Eugene, in Autzen Stadium. A game I'd love to attend, but it's just far, far away. I do not spend money traveling to games, away games. I usually go if I can. If it's a drivable distance, I will travel. I've been to Purdue. I've been to Northwestern. And I've been to Michigan State and East Lansing. So those are the Big Ten stadiums I've attended. I snuck into Wisconsin Badger Stadium at one point, and of course I've been to games at Ohio Stadium and Michigan Stadium. So, yep, that is my analysis. Michigan rebuilding, Ohio State reloading. Deal with the facts.